Notre Dame, that's exactly what we have in the final after Catherine Lee, a senior captain for the Fighting Irish, dispatched Renee Bichette in her semifinal, but then Olivia Adranya, a senior captain for BC in her own right, defeated Madeline Antikire, a freshman from Houston for Notre Dame, 15-14 in a hotly contested duel. And so that brings us to Lee and Adranya now in the final to decide women's individual Epee here at the ACC Championships. Here's a look at Olivia Adranya, a senior from New York, film major with a concentration in marketing. And across from her, Catherine Lee, psychology major from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, fences out of the Louisville Fencing Center.
You know, seeing Boston College in the final is a good thing, I think. I mean, it just shows that there is some parity now starting to develop, you know, in the conference. Boston College being the newest addition.
This BC program emerging with Sid Fadner and Brendan Doris Pierce, their staff leading a nice contingent here in South Bend. And because of their participation, second consecutive year that the ACC has been able to sponsor this sport of fencing at the championship level. And so here we go, our second individual final of the day. After Duke took saber, Notre Dame and Boston College square off in Epee. Adranya on the left, Lee on the right, a matchup of veteran captains. The transition from saber to Epee is always striking after the sabers come charging off the line. Now a cat-and-mouse game in Epee.
Slows down significantly. Big part of that is because of the double touches. Very easy to score at the same time.
And for Catherine Lee, who really emerged as a sophomore in the Notre Dame women's Epee rotation, this is now a tremendous opportunity for her to finish her career with an ACC championship and then potentially some success at the NCAA level as well. It's a couple weeks away from regional qualifying for NC2A action. Adranya has the first touch for the Eagles. Adranya's best collegiate showing was a 13th place finish at the 2013 NCAA Championships. This would be a nice bookend to her career.
I've talked to a couple of the coaches, and they're just talking about how not only is this important as a championship, it's also a good preparation for their next major event as far as qualifying for the NCAA.
A minute and 15 seconds into this first of 3 periods. There's a double light, and so both fencers are awarded the touch. The score advances to 2-1. Another double light. Epee, the only discipline of fencing in which double touches are awarded.
Unable to push her all the way. Lee does a nice job of defending her ground and picking up a touch along the way.
Back-to-back shot single lights for the Fighting Irish, and Lee takes the lead.
Very, very effective right at the edge of the strip. Look at her, almost off, then just comes out. Doing a nice job of closing the blade out.
Seconds left in the first period in women's epee. This is the championship bout between Adranya and Lee.
Adranya makes a nice parry reverse there. Lee had been able to come out, caught her not ready. This time she was prepared, able to capitalize with a very quick parry reverse to the body.
Just before the period break, with 2 seconds left on the clock, Adranya takes a 5-4 lead.
Just let the time run out.
We'll take a look at that critical touch by Adranya to give BC the momentum going to the timeout.
Yep. Lee's been doing exactly what she's done at the end. She'll come out.
Don, I thought maybe during this break between periods we might mention the senior national team in women's epee that has a couple of Notre Dame connections in the Hurley sisters and their road to Rio.
Yes, Kelly's had an amazing season. She's qualified on the individual side, top 16 in the world, and then of course Courtney, who's been the anchor of that team. The team is qualified and they're on their way now, and they're defending bronze medalists from the 2012 Olympic Games. So we have great expectations for them.
Current crop of Notre Dame epee fencers includes Catherine Lee. She captains a team that includes Eva Naklinska, Mary Ann Roche, and Madeline Antikyr, who was a semifinalist, here today. So we resume the second period of this championship bout in women's epee, 5-4, the Adranya lead over Lee.
Back to her plan. Push.
3 single lights in a row for Adranya.
See Adranya, she's pushing, and able to, as soon as Lee's coming out, which she was doing effectively before, now Adranya's looking to make the parry repose.
On that repose, Don, it's not a matter of right-of-way here in epee. It's a matter of timing. It's displacing your opponent's blade and scoring in time to close them out before they have the opportunity to respond. Come together here. Halter's call. Looks like a yellow card may be coming out.
It came out.
It'll be called against Lee. Don, the implication of a yellow?
It means it's a warning. Oh, okay, that's what it is. She went, but then she hit her with her body. So if there is another infraction, it's a rule infraction, it could be for anything. But if there's another one, then that would be a touch scored for her opponent. Got the referee, Mary Fry, one of the on the USA Fencing Officials Commission, vice president of that commission. So she's a very competent referee.
Going over to make a notation to record that yellow, and we're back underway with just under 2 minutes to go in the second period. This is a bout to 15 touches or through 3 3-minute periods. Adranya has certainly found something against Lee.
And the thing that's probably frustrating for Lee right now is she went with a low line before. She went back to her high line, and Adranya's seeing whether it's high or low and able to make a parry off of it.
Let's see if that settles Lee in a little bit. Back within 2 at 7-5. Still plenty of time to work with.
She changed the position on the strip. That makes it so she's not as predictable. She doesn't have to go.
A double light there. The third of this bout. The score advances to 8-6. With 1:05 left in the period.
This is going to be a very critical touch right now. With Epee, you don't want to get, especially late in the bout, let a big hole develop. Not only is she not letting a hole develop, she's creeping back in.
From down 7-4. She got a single light and then a double and now another single. No lights came on. Back on guard. It remains 8-7. Olivia Adranya, a senior from Boston College, and her counterpart, another senior captain for Notre Dame. Tied up. Lee pulling distance and leveling the score at 8.
That was nicely done. Adranya was pushing. Lee just kept that distance out. Found the target right before she went off the strip.
Final 10 seconds. We'll see if the fencers are content to advance to the third. More than halfway home in this race to 15.
Up there. Lee's able to get back into her game. And once again, able to catch him going off the strip. She likes to be in the defense. Now she's not as predictable being in defense. See Brendan as the Boston College coach trying to give that last, okay, this is what she's doing. This is how you change it. These are the adjustments you make. Cedric on the other side for Notre Dame doing the exact same thing. It'll be interesting to see how these athletes are able to process the direction and instructions they've gotten in this last 3 minutes.
Adranya led by as many as 3 at 7-4, but Lee has rallied to tie it at 8. The final period of the Women's Epee Final here at the 2016 ACC Fencing Championships from Notre Dame. Advisement is there from our referee.
I think she's explaining the fact that they'll go 3 minutes. If they go out of the 3 minutes and it's still tied, what the priority situation will be and how that'll be worked through. They'll flip the coin and make a decision at that point. Assuming it goes that long.
teammates urging her to continue.
Just hit her. Just keep going.
But the engagement had ceased, seemingly by mutual agreement, if not by the halt call.
Once the body is actually touched, it's officially supposed to be a halt at that point.
What a rally by Lee.
Nice. Lee's able to see now that Andrade was going low, caught her on the high line, right on the shoulder. Nicely executed.
Her first lead since 4-3, and there are 2 minutes left in this third period. Now she's in the driver's seat.
Plenty of time for her in the defensive game. That's nice to have that little lead.
Doubles are fine when you have control in Epee.
Absolutely. So double out all the way to 15.
Just shortening the bout. She's 5 touches away, or a minute and 51 seconds away if she can maintain this edge. More drama here on day 2, Don, than we had on Saturday when it was all Irish. They're getting a test from Duke and BC now.
And they're keeping it close, too. As we see right here.
All Lee needs to do is keep her light on.
Lee definitely has the home court crowd behind her.
Big touch by Adranya. That changes the complexion of this finish.
4-touch bout now.
"75 seconds left for Adranya and Lee to decide women's Epee. An extra session awaits if we're still tied and have yet to reach 15. But Lee is back in front.
Big touch. The closer you get to that 15 mark, every time you're up by 1, it gives her the opportunity to run the clock down. There's no stress. Push the pressure on Adranya. She has to score a touch.
1:05 left on this third period clock, which in Epee is still a world of time.
World of time.
But now Adranya has to be the instigator.
Which actually for she rushed it a little bit. Lee's been able to take advantage of that, but she doesn't make it perfect. And once again, just enough distance.
Down to 40 seconds.
Plenty of time.
She's within 1.
She's rushing it now. She's very predictable. Lee can see her coming. The confidence levels come up.
For the first time in her Notre Dame career, Fighting Irish senior Catherine Lee is an individual champion at the ACC.
That was a really strategic bout. You saw at the point where Lee started holding her ground. She pushed into Adranya's, part of the strip. Once she did that, made all the difference in the world.
From down 7-4, she rallied to tie the bout at 8-all, took her lead late, and finished strong. 4 consecutive single lights for Catherine Lee to claim the top spot on the podium at the 2016 ACCs. One more individual bout to decide. It's women's foil, and it's next.